Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
So there's definitely some news coming out of Haiti. Now, Haiti is in a turmoil ever since their president was assassinated, and we know good and well them folks was behind it. We all know this by now, and we'll get to talking about that situation a little later in this commentary. So they have a supposedly notorious Haitian gang known for kidnappings and killings. They have been accused by the police of kidnapping 17 white Christian missionaries, usually the evangelicals, and make sure I say that, including 5 children from a U.S.-based organization. Now, the 400 Mawozo gang snatched the group in Ganthier, east of the capital of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, according to the police inspector, France Champagne. That's what he had told the Associated Press on Sunday. They say now the gang, it says, whose name roughly translates to 400 inexperienced men, controls the Croix des Bouquets area that includes Ganthier. It said where they carry out kidnappings and carjackings. It said and extort business owners according to authorities. Now the Ohio-based Christian Aid Ministries, it said the kidnapped group consisted of 16 U.S. citizens and 1 Canadian national, and including 7 women and 5 men, as well as the children. It said they were on a bus on their way to visit an orphanage when they were abducted. That's what they're coming out saying. Now they're saying that Haiti has seen a spike in kidnappings following the killing of President Jovenel Moise. It say in July, as armed gangs take advantage of spreading insecurity and political crisis aggravated by Moise's assassination. Let's stop there for now. Now, Christian Aid Ministries take in $130 million a year. This is what they take in. Now, all the Christian aid that you need to do here in the United States of America, there's a lot of people in Ohio that are homeless. A lot of people who have families that passed away. You should be speaking against even these mandates that's harming people as a Christian, right? I mean, it's not right to lose your job or lose this or lose that. I mean, I don't think God would say throw somebody out on the streets because of, a medical decision. That's not God, right? There's nothing in the Bible that ever say that. So you should be speaking up about the racism in America. You should be speaking up about a whole lot of issues that's going on here in America. But you don't talk about America. You definitely don't talk about racism, white supremacy, because that's against God. That's against the scriptures all the way around. You don't talk about any of that. You carry yourself to Haiti. What are you going to do for people in Haiti that you can't do for black folks right here in the United States of America? So let me tell y'all black folks something. Please spread this part what I'm about to tell you. If they're not doing nothing for black folks in America, why are you so special? Why do you think they're going to do something better for you? They come in to be your saviors, but yet they pass up black folks all day long. They come say, oh, I'm going to set up a medical center. I'm going to set up an orphanage. Have y'all realized that's the way you guys stay in turmoil? How they try to come in to colonize you or cause chaos. They bring their Bibles, correct? And then they come with their military. A lot of these people that come in with their Bibles are spies. A lot of them are coming there to sow discord. A lot of them, how many of them have been caught trafficking children, organ trafficking? And they all come in as Christians, pedos, but they come in as Christian missionaries is going to help you. We're just coming to help. No, you're not. They have been doing this method for hundreds and hundreds of years. They come in with their Bibles, they bring their filth, and they bring their military. Maybe a few of them doing the right thing, but I have no trust for any of them based on their track record. Especially coming from this country, talking about Christian, I'm going to really look at you funny. Because remember, it was Christians that enslaved my people. So anytime I see that with you, I'm always looking funny at you. They're Christians, but they have no problem with racism and white supremacy. But they're Christians, right? I said this before, they're not capable of being righteous. They're not capable because they don't want to be. They don't want to follow every word in the scriptures. They don't want to follow that because their religion is white supremacy. So they're bringing their religion of white supremacy to your land and calling it Christian. Now, they said that the kidnappings have spiked ever since they assassinated their president. And we know who's responsible for that. We all know. You had these Colombians and you had other Haitians that sold their own people out to end up help kill this president. But then the president of Haiti, Colombia come out and say, oh, ho, Colombia ain't got nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with that. We know who those guys were. He said they were special forces here in Colombia. These guys were hired. These guys were getting paid $3,000 a month. These guys are being paid. Mercenaries, that's what they do. Mercenaries get paid to do things like that. Then all of a sudden, when everybody was looking like, hey, this seems familiar, why all of a sudden these black leaders are getting knocked off? Because that's draw the conclusion. The president of Haiti didn't want his people to have to make a certain medical decision because he said that they already have things there where they don't have to make a medical decision. And it's been working well for them. And Haiti had the lowest death rate from the virus in this part of the hemisphere. I had covered that. They only had 26 deaths without having to make a medical decision. President John Magufuli in Tanzania said that he did not want his people to have to make a certain medical decision. He heard that the president of Madagascar had a particular drink. And he said, you know what? That's working out for y'all. Y'all don't have many deaths of this virus. Let me go holler at y'all. And then what did President Magufuli do? He brought in plane loads of this particular drink. And he was drinking it on national TV. His health ministers were drinking it. Everybody was drinking it. The WHO was pissed off. All they was pissed. But they couldn't do nothing about it. But later, somebody did something about it because President Magufuli isn't here anymore. Just like President Moise isn't here anymore. And it's not just those two leaders. It's many others. Right? So let's call that what it is. The moment President Moise was assassinated, the next day, UNICEF had posted a particular post showing someone making a medical decision. And that's something that president or their people didn't ask for, right? So if you want to blame somebody for all this happening, you need to blame them folks that set that up to kill President Moise in July. Haiti has been in chaos. Then on the news, we're going to talk about Haiti. You're talking about the Haitians at the border after the nation's in chaos. Understand? Haitians were been done wrong by even this country for a long time. Do you realize that Bill Clinton, some of y'all's first black president, because, I remember that some of y'all was calling white Bill Clinton the first black president because he had smoked some weed. Boy, y'all was some ignorant Negroes. Ignorant. I remember when y'all was saying that. I'm young enough to remember it. He went on Arsenio Hall playing the saxophone, and y'all were calling him black. Like, what? And that same so-called first black president that y'all voted for in the Democrat Party, he signed a 1994 crime bill ushering in mass incarceration authored by Jim Crow Joe Biden, who's the president now. And that guy told you that if you don't vote for me, you're not black. And a lot of y'all were black, Bill Clinton had forced Haiti to remove rice tariffs because Haiti had a tariff on any imported rice, no matter where it came from, because Haiti had its own rice industry. So Bill Clinton bullied Haiti into dropping their tariffs so rice from Arkansas can go over there basically tariff-free. When all this imported rice came into Haiti tariff-free, because tariffs basically, you making a tax. So you're making a lot of money off of this. You make it so high so it don't harm your food that you're making there, right? All right, cool. So when they forced to remove this tariff, remember Democrat Bill Clinton, your first black president, it literally crippled overnight the rice industry in Haiti, which made a lot of money for the Haitian people. And Haiti was flooded with U.S. rice after that. You can go down a lot, in history, how Haiti was literally crippled. When you look at Haiti, these same people that crippled Haiti want to talk crap about Haiti. Oh, them Haitians, I don't know why they won't get their act together. I don't know why they're so poor. They got this resource and that resource, and find out when they have an earthquake, how y'all finessed all that money, stole money, Clinton Foundation. It's amazing. Bill Clinton was still hurting them people after the earthquake. The Clinton Foundation stole a lot of money. The American Red Cross stole a lot of money, claiming they're going to build homes, and Haitians that get crap. They finessed, and nobody went to jail. Every time you look up, they're trying to figure out a way to finesse money to steal out of Haiti. The recent ambassador to Haiti from the U.S. quit because he said he told Jim Crow Joe things that he should do to help the Haitian people. He ignored all his suggestions. He ignored them all because Jim Crow Joe is extremely anti-black. At least Trump, when he do something, he was upfront with it. He didn't hide it and say, I got your back. You understand? Jim Crow Joe let people in from south of the border, but he don't want them Haitians here. And it gave a wake-up call to our brothers and sisters that are immigrants that you still black. When you come in here, you left your nationality. Listen, I understand you identify by nationality. I get it. I traveled. I get it. Nobody asks you, are you black? They ask you, where you from? But when you come in here, nationality don't mean crap. It's your skin color here. You come into the twilight zone. They've been running this dumb system forever. It's crazy. Y'all actually got it right overseas. Identify someone by nationality. These idiots want to identify you by a color in a racial caste system. So it said those affected, it said, generally come from the Haitian middle class, teachers, priests, civil servants, small business owners who can scrape together a ransom. Gangs demanded ransoms ranging from $100 or more than $1 million. Now, the U.S. State Department said it was aware of the reports. U.S. embassies do not typically release information about citizens due to privacy regulations. Like I said, a senior U.S. official speaking on the condition of anonymity told the United States was in touch with Haitian authorities to try to resolve the case. Now, to say the Canadian government was said to be working with local authorities and groups to gather more information. But they said nearly a year ago, Haitian police issued an arrest warrant for 400 Moiso's alleged leader, Wilson Joseph, on charges of murder, attempted murder, kidnapping, car theft, and the hijacking of trucks carrying goods. And so he goes by the nickname Lamo Sanjus, which means death doesn't know which day is coming. Now, I say at least 328 kidnappings were reported by the Haiti's National Police in the first 8 months of 2021, compared to the total of 234 for all of 2020, according to a report released to the United Nations last month. Now, they said, analyst Jean said, the absence of a strong state has left a void that criminal gangs have moved in to fill. Okay? Extending their hold from some of the capital's poorest districts into surrounding areas. Now, I say the kidnappings of the so-called missionaries just came days after senior U.S. officials visited Haiti and promised more than resources for Haiti's national police, including $15 million of your and my taxpayer money to help reduce gang violence. Y'all caused the problem with killing President Moise, then you want to take 15 million of our tax dollars and go give it to Haiti. When Haiti was producing their own money, y'all cripple those people, then you want to keep them, I'm going to give you some money. But black folks, Go ask Jim Crow Joe for $15 million for anything in the black community. Watch what you're going to be told. Hell no. See, you talk about reparations. All these other nations are getting your reparations, and it's not even the other nation's fault. They giving it to them in the billions. It's amazing how they can come up with $15 million for Haiti's national police, but they can't come up with no money for you. What happened to Jim Crow Joe saying he was going to help people of color with down payment assistance for homes, up to $15,000? What happened to that, Jim Crow Joe? That was in your Lift Every Voice plan, right? We ain't heard nothing about that down payment assistance, which actually would help black people. It would, because black folks could actually get into a home as long as you get into a fixed rate mortgage, not an adjustable rate mortgage like they finessed a lot of y'all last time, which caused the housing crisis. He not doing that. He not passing no money to you and me, but he making sure to give 15 million to Haitians. But Haiti wouldn't be in this position at all, but the United States made sure to ruin and decimate their economy for hundreds, well, we can say hundreds of years now. They made sure of it. Remember in the early 1900s, they took $500,000 out of Haiti, said, oh, we're going to just put it over here for y'all, and they never seen it. How they taking their resources. You know the U.S. occupied Haiti at one point in time? I'm just saying, the United States have made sure to keep Haiti broken. But they never did that to the Dominican Republic, but they made sure to do it to Haiti, and they're on the same island. Just remember, why don't you go ask Jim Crow Joe, why is it that you're giving $15 million to Haiti's national police, but you can't give none to the black community here? And I'm not against my brothers and sisters in Haiti, but let's call it what it is. Black folks didn't line up to give $15 million to Haiti, to their police department, for a problem that y'all caused. Y'all caused that, and you know it. I read Confessions of an Economic Hitman. I know exactly how y'all moving. He told on y'all in that book. If y'all haven't read Confessions of an Economic Hitman or listened to it on Audible, do that. You're going to see how these nations get destabilized. They are in the big business of destabilizing nations. And then you wonder why other countries throughout the world hate the United States. It's not because of people like me and you. We don't do any of that. It's these people in the government that do that. They want to keep them begging them. They want to keep giving them aid money. When the president says, I don't want your aid money, I'm good. Oh, you going to take this money? Nah, I'm good. Oh, you don't want to take this money? All right, I got you. Then something going to happen to you. A coup, you may get killed, something, because you won't play ball with them. Y'all better understand, like I said, the judgment that's coming upon these people, like I said, beyond with you, I know it's some people say, oh, you celebrate it, but really, if you think about the magnitude of what they've done, I would not want to be them. Ooh, I would not want to be them. But, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation coming out of Haiti. My thing is, on top of that, before I wrap up, they had this one reporter ask, Jen Psaki, Biden's mouthpiece, she's a piece of work. Is America going to send a military in there to go get them? So you want the military to go in and go get 17 white folks. But I guarantee you, black folks was being held ransom somewhere. You were like, oh, well, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Sucks for them. They shouldn't have went over there. I'll tell you. Y'all let me know. And those of you who are Haitian, talk to them in the comments. Let me know what's really going on the ground out there. Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.